Tommy Grant can do it all, whether helping over 1,200 students aim for success or leading her staff with enthusiasm. Tommy Grant has proven her leadership abilities through these pioneer walls. Although the members of Pi Beta Phi are eager to live here, they still try to hold on to the memories from the old house, both past and present. From Joe's specials, Foul Things, Cheese Fries, and one of the most recognizable smiles in the world, Stan Clark has helped Eskimo Joe's become one of the most iconic places in Stillwater. Oklahoma State will be heading to its 18th consecutive bowl game, playing against former Big 12 member Texas A&M in the TexAct Texas Bowl, December 27th in Houston. 5 days after a dead longhorn was found in Farmhouse's lawn, police served Alpha Gamma Rho a search warrant regarding the carcass that died of natural causes. Police will know in the near future who put the longhorn there and why. Pi Beta Phi's home looks a little different this year. That's because last spring, Pi Phi tore the house it called home for almost a century. Although living in Midtown for the time being is a delight, it doesn't replace having a sorority house and the memories that are made there.
My whole PC is on the same floor, so we can just walk to each other's apartments, and it's very similar, so it hasn't really been that different. Obviously, it's not the most ideal situation.
Pi Phi still finds ways to make the most out of the situation, whether it be finding ways to socialize with other members outside their own pledge class, or cherishing the lifetime of memories from the old house.
Made our memories in it while we could, and we just kind of goofed around. We played hide and seek. I remember towards the end, we would paint on the walls.
Pi Phi has even found ways to incorporate the past with the future.
And then we all signed a beam that they're putting, like there was alumni and all of our PCs that signed beams that they're putting inside the house.
Although the members of Pi Beta Phi are eager to live here, they still try to hold on to the memories from the old house, both past and present. There are many things that the current in-house members miss out on, like meals, having all the members within a central place, and the tradition of living with their big little. Miller was fortunate to live in the old house and carry on a tradition that many in her PC couldn't. She says getting a chance to live in the old house helped her and her big become closer. Also, despite not having a house, her bond with her Pi Phi family hasn't been affected.
My big is my best friend, and my little. I love them both, and we all go to dinner together as a family.
While members have seen renderings and are ready to be reunited at the new house, they still admire the old house and the memories inside of it.
I mean, I think the old house had a lot of character, and like there was many PCs before. There's a lot of stories to tell in that house.
Kind of sad because we're like, oh, I wish we were there, but it's also really exciting because once they got the beams up, we're like, oh my gosh, it's actually happening. And then they have the picture of it outside, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so pretty.
Pi Beta Phi is counting down the days when they can reunite back on Cleveland Street and 4th Avenue in January 2025. For Pete's Corner, I'm Lindsay Height. Bullet is the only horse who joins Pistol Pete on Cowboy game days. BB is the other trusty steed who helps Pete wrangle OSU fans of all ages, and works for Turning Point Ranch Therapeutic Riding Center. Turning Point got lucky finding BB during the search for a little black pony for its Literacy Day program. They're the executive director's high school friend.
And so I said, hey, I'm interested in coming to see him. I won't be there for a few days. But in the meantime, she sold him. And I was so sad. And so I said, hey, if it doesn't pan out, give us a call.
Eventually, Royson and Turning Point got the little black pony, who originally got the name Baxter Black. 3 years after getting BB, Turning Point got an opportunity to join Pistol Pete at Ben Pickens Stadium.
OSU ended up calling us asking if we had a little black pony. And we did, of course, BB. And we ended up going to the football games as BB and Bullet.
Now, BB and Grindinger are accustomed to the game day appearances. From block parties, snow cones, and teaming up with Pete's partners, BB helps everyone on and off the field. Although BB enjoys hanging out with Pistol Pete and OSU, BB and his friends at Turning Point Ranch make an impact on the Stillwater community through riding lessons, elementary literacy day, memory care programs, and volunteer opportunities. Lincoln Academy student Diana Ferreira found her safe place that feels like family at Turning Point.
I definitely talk about it a lot to a lot of people. It's a very good place to come if you're looking for an extra hobby or like just to get to release yourself if you need a getaway.
Whether it's helping Turning Point riders or wrangling the Cowboys with Pete, BB is the quiet friend everyone can truly find a joy in.
And so he lets everybody know just how special Turning Point is just through being BB.
For Pete's Corner, I'm Lindsay Height. The famous boy and his dog is a trademark for Eskimo Joe's. However, the origin starts with a conversation almost 50 years ago between two longtime friends, Stan Clark and Steve Files.
And said, hey, Stan, I'm going to open a bar. You want to go in partners with me? And he's like, sure, Steve, I'll do that. They ran down to 507 West Elm.
After negotiating for the two-story building and deciding on the name Eskimo Joe's, Clark and Files realized they needed a logo for their new bar. So they got the friend of Files' little brother to create the now iconic logo.
Bill Thompson came and sat in the window at Joe's, and he used a magic marker to create that logo. That's why it's so easy. It's a one color.
The shirts became an instant success since day one of Eskimo Joe's opening. From there, Eskimo Joe's brand gained more success in the 1980s due to the drinking age being raised to 21.
And because of that change in the mid-'80s, that's when we added food and we became a restaurant. And then also in the 80s, our shirts were selling well enough that we ended up adding a whole clothing store.
The change to just being a college bar to a full-blown restaurant, plus the revenue from the t-shirts, contributed to the massive success that Eskimo Joe's has today. All thanks to Stan Clark. From Joe's Specials, Foul Things, Cheese Fries, and one of the most recognizable smiles in the world, Stan Clark has helped Eskimo Joe's become one of the most iconic places in Stillwater. Clark's involvement throughout Eskimo Joe's history ranged from working behind the bar, greeting guests with a friendly hello, or making sure everyone has a fun experience, and eventually being the face of Eskimo Joe's. Clark tries to emphasize that the customer's happiness is Eskimo Joe's main priority over making money.
It does make you kind of want to go there. So I think indeed that the brand recognition has definitely helped when visitors come to Stillwater and they make Eskimo Joe's a stop and put it on their list.
Whatever your reason for your vacation to Stillwater, Eskimo Joe's is more than welcome to see you the next time you visit Stillwater. For Pete's Corner, I'm Lindsay Height.